in this month. Fasting as an ibadah is not new to Islam. Before the Sahaba, before the Prophet ﷺ, they also fasted. So it's a very old religious fast. People before us fast. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. That fasting has been prescribed upon you as it was prescribed upon people before. The Muslims who came before the Prophet, they all fasted. The prophets, they fasted. The fasting is not something that came with the Prophet. It came from early human civilization. It came with Adam, it came with all human religions. It is not new, something that has been prescribed that human beings want to fast, show their devotion, dedication by relinquishing their human needs. It's a desire within the human race to be close to Allah, to be close to the word that they worship. It's instinctive in previous people. Now, with Muslims in the Prophet, it became mandated by the Quran, mandated by the Prophet. This becomes for Muslims part of their civilization value. And always very cultural value. It's fine. Nothing wrong with culture if it's on the up. So Muslims fast like the Muslim Quran promotes the idea of taqwa. Why do Muslims fast? What is the intended result when Muslims fast? Is he dieting? Is he on a health track? Is he listening to his physician? Or is he just sick and tired of eating? Why does a Muslim fast? So that purpose is mentioned in the Quran. So we follow the Quran, and we see the Quran as our guide, as our shifa, our cure for our thinking, and for our approach to ibadat. Our children fast because we fast. There's frenzy in Ramadan that's not there outside of Ramadan. But we, as adults, sane human beings, must rethink, re-evaluate, recalibrate our intentions in Ramadan so that we get the desired effect. The desired effect, Quran says, is taqwa. It might have some secondary social value, secondary whatever, feeding the poor or whatever. But that's not in the equation of taqwa. Taqwa means becoming and drawing close to Allah. That's what taqwa is. Taqwa can also be fear to ward off evil and to protect oneself. But in the etymology of the word, it is to draw closer to Allah, because it's a ritual ibadah, it's a worship. It's an act of worship where we stay away from doing. It's what the ulama is leaving. In fasting, we don't do anything, but we leave. What do we leave? We leave food, drink, marital relationships. We leave that which is haram to do through the tongue. And we don't backbite, which is haram anyway, outside of the Quran. But in Ramadan, if we want to draw closer to Allah, then we have to leave these insinuations and these tendencies And these, what we call it, temptations that we have through the nafs. The nafs desires sometimes to be evil. The nafs desires to be vindictive. The nafs desires to be, revengeful. So the nafs, your inner person that you call you, it desires to attack people. And that's done through the tongue. To slander, to accuse, to backbite, to show that you're better than other people. That's what the inner self desires. It desires with passion. Just as you desire food, steaks and biryani and whatnot, likewise the inner nafs desires this. It makes it feel better. It satiates the nafs. So in fasting, the Prophet said, be mindful. But don't go with your temptation of the nafs. Because you have a tongue doesn't mean you can use it any which way. It's not your property. It's an amount of Allah subhanahu. So don't use it to discredit other human beings. That's the Prophet said. Whoever believes in Allah and the last day, then he should say something good or be quiet. Don't say anything evil. Don't say anything to hurt people. Don't say anything to slander, to accuse, and to defame them. It's a temptation of the nafs. And since, unfortunately, we're so used to it throughout the year that we can't stop ourselves in Ramadan either. It's like a runaway train. When you put the brakes on, it's going to crash somewhere. So what is that? The desired purpose of fasting is to manage ourselves. And as the ulama say, it is leading. So what do we leave? We leave everything that is sinful. And sinful is not just zina. Zina is sinful, obviously. It's a sin. The sinful is closer to home than you think. Sinful is listening to the wrong thing. Sinful is saying the wrong thing. Sinful is looking at the wrong thing. Sinful is touching the wrong thing. That's what sin is. Sometimes we underestimate sin. So this is drinking alcohol, eating pork, God forbid. That's sinful, yes. But it's much closer to us than we think it is. Because we have yet to display and show our discipline in terms of managing our own bodies, our own organs. We have to appreciate that the Prophet ﷺ came to remove sin and filth from the minds and hearts and bodies of believers. He said, people, he came to tasfiyah, he came to reform, to purify. So the lady Sahabiya came to the Prophet ﷺ and said, Ya Rasulullah, I'm very overwhelmed with my fast today. It's been a great burden for me today. It's been very difficult for me, my fasting. It's a more desire of the Prophet, which Allah chose the Sahaba to represent. The Prophet being the one who is blessed with and firas, said to his companion, bring me a bowl. Then he told the lady to vomit in the bowl. And she did. And meat came out. Uncooked meat. mu'jiza. A miracle. But then the Sahaba, to their credit, they were ready for this purification. She didn't take it personally. How dare you? She took it for what it is. It's my mistake. The Prophet said, this is why you are experiencing difficulty when you're fasting, because you have backbited. You've said something about somebody you shouldn't have said. And this is the result. The spirituality, the ruhaniyah of the Sahaba was that they felt it physically, which is the other part of the story people don't realize. The spirituality, the ruhaniyah of the Sahaba was so sensitive, super sensitive, that they could feel it physically, what the sin is causing them. So threw up and got this. God forbid, if we committed a sin, we throw up, it'd be nothing. Because our ruh is not that developed to be that sensitive to sin. She realized her mistake. You see now, taqwa requires that you become close to Allah by giving up what your nafs desires. That's how you become close to Allah. Obviously, we have other ibadah. We have tahajjud, we have dua, we have iftar, we have suhoor, we have taraweeh, we have recitation of the Quran. These all lead to taqwa. But the greatest action in Ramadan is not doing tark, leaving behind sin. That's the greatest action. It is the credit to the genius of the ulama that they defined fasting as tark, leaving. Leave what Allah doesn't want you to do. Otherwise known in Islamic terminology as hijrah. And to hajira ma nahallahu anhu. To leave what Allah has stopped you from doing. Leave it. In this month, when you're fasting, you don't need to corrupt your fasting by being holier than thou and assuming other people are little. And I can do anything to anybody because I can. You can. It's up to you. You have your choice. But if you do, then you'll pay the price of your fast not being accepted. رب صائم ليس من صيامه إلا الجوع والعطش. The Prophet says. So many people fast, but they gain nothing from their fast except remaining hungry and thirsty because they don't observe the rules. Observing the rules, that's taqwa. That's what? Taqwa. You're taking precautions. You are not in ghafla, you're not heedless, you are in dhikr. You are in remembrance of Allah. You remember that you are fasting and then you stop. No. No. Stop. Tark. Leave. As the Prophet said that if somebody is arguing with you while you're fasting, then say, Inni Sa'im, I'm fasting. I'm not arguing. Even, or perhaps I should say, especially in Islamic matters. We don't realize that we're not supposed to argue about Islamic matters either. Oh, it's okay, we're discussing Islam, we can fight. No, you can't. That's where the devil corrupts you the most. He'll ring up your passion and your anger, and you'll discuss something Islamically, and you'll start attacking each other. You'll start slandering each other. You'll start calling people names. That is haram. There's no taqwa there. Your fast is invalid. You'll get no reward for that. Again, use of the tongue. Stop
The Prophet ﷺ said, stop. If you're arguing with somebody, just stop. Hold your horses. Put the brakes on. Don't go any further. Because it will invalidate your fast. Not maybe mechanically in terms of fiqh, but in terms of reward, and you get nothing out of the fasting except remaining hungry and thirsty throughout the day, and you're tired, and you're weak. There's no taqwa there. So the Quran's now information. The Quran's informative. The Quran is a guidance. It guides you. It guides us. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you may acquire taqwa, is the reason why you fast. To become close to Allah. And you become close to Allah by leaving your human habits, such as food, drink, marital affairs, such as backbiting, such as talking nonsense, such as listening to nonsense, such as watching nonsense on TV or on your, what do you call it, social media. Leave it. Give it up. Don't go there. Replace it with something better, which is more conducive to nur. What's more conducive to nur? The dhikr of Allah. Reciting the Quran. Reciting salawat al-Nabi sallallahu, reciting durood, praising Allah. That's more conducive to the nur, because that's what the angels do. But wasting your time in futility and in frivolous activities is not taqwa. And if you don't acquire taqwa, there's something wrong with you. As the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah save us all and protect us all. As you know the story, he climbed 3 steps of the mimbar. On each step, he said, Ameen. On one of the steps, he said, Jibreel came to me and made this dua. To which I said, Ameen. And this is what? That Allah now destroy the person who witnesses Ramadan and is not forgiven. I said, Ameen. This is Nabiyyur Rahmah. This is Shafa'ah, the Shafi'i, the one who's going to intercede for us on the Day of Judgment. Through his Shafa'ah, he's saying, Ameen, that this person doesn't deserve Allah's Rahmah if he witnesses the whole of Ramadan and does not acquire Allah's Rahmah. There's something wrong, intrinsically wrong, innately wrong with this person. He doesn't deserve Allah's Rahmah. So that you draw closer to Allah, so that you ward away from evil, so that you develop proximity, closeness to Allah by observing the fast. Not just fasting, observing the fast. It has to be, with your willpower, your determination, with this recognition, with this alertness. That I am fasting and I'm not going to do anything to spoil my fast. Get away from here. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not saying anything about anybody. I'm not going to backbite. I'm not going to listen to music. I'm not going to watch any kind of stupid nonsense on social media or TV. I'm not doing anything except that which brings nur into me. Once the community starts to think like this, then the community will see how Allah rewards us for taqwa. We must establish in our minds, in our hearts, that fasting is to develop taqwa, nothing else. Once we know that, and we go with this, then Allah, inshallah, will help us. May Allah shower His rahmah upon us this Ramadan, every Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our sins. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to do what pleases Him the most. Ameen.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can you stand up and let the people who are standing in the foyer can come in? So if you find a gap in front of you, on side, left and right, please fill up those gaps. Give me a couple of minutes, inshallah. This is a long list of announcement because Ramadan is upon us, inshallah. So tonight after Isha, Sheikh Mahmood has a family night. It's all about Ramadan. So it's a family event. Dinner will be served after Isha. 7:30 is Isha. Please come and take benefit from his talk and inshallah good biryani, inshallah. And then you have sisters only program tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday after Zahar Salah. Sisters only program. Make sure that you join that program, inshallah. It's only for sisters. And then if I'm sure you have seen when you're coming in, we are selling dates. So the large box is $60, which is 11 pound, and the smaller box is 4.5 pound for $35. You can purchase it right while you're going out. Excuse me. On the left side, there's a Ramadan Iftar and Sahur sponsor banner. So there's a chart there, poster there actually. That poster, if you look at, there are days there and there's a prices as well. So if you wanted to do an Iftar sponsorship, it's $1,200 for the weekdays. For the weekend is $1,500, and then last 10 days we have Sahur and Iftar as well. So you can look at, and if you like to sponsor an Iftar or Sahur, please write your name and you can give a check or cash or use the credit card machine to pay for it, inshallah. As you know, this Sunday, timing will change. Sunday morning, actually Sunday 2 a.m., time will change. We'll move forward ahead 1 hour. So the Salah will change. Next Friday Salah will move an hour ahead. So it's going to be 1:15 and 2:15. The Salah will start, inshallah. And we don't know when the Ramadan will start. Inshallah, will be Monday or Tuesday. If it's starting Monday, we'll have Taraweeh on Sunday night. And if it's Tuesday, we'll have Taraweeh on Monday night. The current calendar we have right now, it is up to date. You will have the Ramadan calendar as soon as the moon sighting happens, inshallah. So make sure that you can pick those calendar which we have right now. This is up to date. It is matching exactly what you're going to see on your Ramadan Iftar and Sahur calendar, inshallah. And if you have any questions, you can come and see us, inshallah. As you know that in Ramadan, we have a lot of programs is lined up, especially for the youth and engaging people, boys and girls, into Islamic habits. So there's a Quran competition, there's a trivia for sisters, and then of course we have youth program, which is every Saturday for after Taraweeh in the Academy building. So you will see more and more information on WhatsApp group on our website. We have enabled our Instagram as well. So if you are an Instagram user, make sure that you find us and join our Instagram program. This way you can take benefit from these information, inshallah. And last but not the least, there's a grand opening of integration of Shifa program place, actually. It's an institute. On May 9th, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., they have a welcome Ramadan program. Please join the program. There's a flyer outside. And please do not forget to donate generously. We need your help and support.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله.
حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون بارك الله لنا في القرآن العظيم ونفعنا بالآيات والذكر الحكيم إنه تعالى جواد كريم ملك بر رؤوف رحيم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا كما أمر وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له إرغاما لمن جحد به وكفر وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد عبده ورسوله أرسل الله تعالى إلى كافة الناس بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا أما بعد قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أرحم أمتي بأمتي أبو بكر وأشدهم في أمر الله عمر وأصدقهم حياء عثمان وأخذاهم علي والحسن والحسين سيدا شباب أهل الجنة وفاطمة سيدة نساء أهل الجنة اللهم اغفر لصالح الصحابة والتابعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا مولانا محمد عبدك ورسولك النبي صلى الله على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات عباد الله رحمكم الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون فاذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجيب لكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون أقيموا الصلاة رحمكم الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
استووا واستقيموا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان من شهد منكم الشهر فليصم ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. We request you to make dua for all the deceased and all the deceased in Gaza and other places where Muslims are being persecuted. Dua of Shifa, Faizan Akram, Kamran Akram, Shahida, Kanum, Hussein, Nivad Ali, Brother Mahsin, Brother Shaib, Brother Naeem, Allah give them all Shifa and Afiyah. آمين يا رب العالمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم اغفر لحينا وميتنا وشاهدنا وغائبنا وصغيرنا وكبيرنا وذكرنا وانثانا. اللهم من أحييته منا فأحيي الإسلام ومن توفيته منا فتوفنا على الإيمان. اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا. اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا واقض حاجاتنا وحاجات المحتاجين. آمين يا رب العالمين. وصلى الله تعالى على خير الخلق محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك.